G'day, welcome to episode 100 and our final international episode for this trip. What a journey to reach triple figures. In the last episode we had a brief stopover in the Alps, crossed the Channel and pushed on to reach the end of the road. In this episode we finish our time in Scotland and head to Belgium to drop off the Troopy. So this is where we stayed last night, next to the Tauredon Hotel. We stayed in the car park just next to it, and thankfully it was very protected from the wind, but as you can see out here today, it's all gone.
Nice and calm. Ocean
is the polar opposite of what it was yesterday. There's no wind, it's just beautiful. So this is what we're kind of hoping for. Hope we get some good photos. I mean, look at that, that's just beautiful. So we've got a pretty big day driving today. We're going to probably drive, the driving time is about 5 hours down the west coast, and then we'll cross over to the Isle of Skye tomorrow.
Quick stop at a place called Smoo Cave, which is this incredible cave right here. And so the cave is actually at the end of a small bay, and this bay was actually, so the bay sort of just goes out to the ocean here, and the bay was actually used by local fishermen and maybe not locals as protection from the weather. So they'd bring their boats in and actually pull them up right into the cave, and then seek shelter in the cave. So pretty cool to imagine that they've been doing that for centuries. So we ended up driving to a place called Tauredon yesterday, which is right around on the western side of the coast. So yeah, we got here just as it was going dark, but we managed to find this really great spot to camp. It's actually, I think it's like a state-owned camp spot, and it's donation based, and they've got just like the hot showers and toilets and stuff over there. Yeah, which is awesome because a lot of the other camp spots, they're like £25 for one night without electricity. And so yeah, we've actually just been like staying at pubs and stuff, and they sometimes do, sometimes don't charge about £10. But yeah, so anyway, really cool camp spot this morning. When we woke up, there was like a heap of deer just out here. There was 4 and a little baby one, so that was really cool to wake up to. We actually saw them last night, but it was quite dark, so I'm not sure if we actually got it on camera or not. Today we are obviously just packing up now, and then we are going to head down and do a bit of a loop of the Isle of Skye. So hopefully the weather sort of holds out for us. Really been enjoying this weather anyway. It's really been adding to just the whole atmosphere of being in northern Scotland. It's been absolutely beautiful.
So we've just arrived on the Isle of Skye and we've just popped into a tyre shop. There's been a bit of a vibration coming through the steering wheel from the front end around just over when you hit 60 to 65 k's an hour. So I'm hoping that just after a wheel balance that it will sort that out. Failing that, there's some other things we can look at, but first things first. So they're just on one wheel now and we'll move then do the other one and see how it goes.
Hopefully that fixes it.
Hopefully that fixes it.
So we've just arrived to our first stop of our loop, which is a waterfall that actually comes from a loch just over here and it falls off over there into the ocean, and it's called Melt Falls or Milt Falls. Yeah, pretty incredible waterfall. So our second stop on our Isle of Skye Express tour is this mountain ridge line here. Not sure if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it's called Harang. It is blowing a gale up here, but thankfully we just come behind this knoll here and it's a bit more protected. But check that out, that is incredible. So windy.
10 minutes ago when we were down at the waterfall, it was belting down with rain, and now we come up here and it's really hit and miss with the weather. Thankfully, if you're prepared to wait, it pays off and we've been getting some amazing photos. So yeah, really happy with this afternoon. It's all come together. But yeah, this ridge line, like you can see over here, is just amazing. When we were doing our research on where to come and we decided to come to Scotland, we saw photos like this and this is what we wanted to see. So we've been haven't been so lucky with the weather around the north coast. It's been pretty miserable weather and haven't been able to see a lot of what we wanted to see, stuff like this. But thankfully on our last day, it's managed to, the whole trip's paid off and we've managed to see some of this incredible scenery.
That wind is the sort of wind that just goes straight to your bones. So we're back in the car now and we are continuing over the pass to the west coast. Now we're just going to enjoy the drive down and find somewhere to camp for the night. So beautiful afternoon, sun's out still, so I think we will get some lovely views.
So this is where we camped last night. We found a little roadside stop on our way back over the mainland.
Great views.
Amazing views. I'm never going to get tired of these views. They're just incredible.
There's like a really nice, gentle waterfall just down here.
Oh, there's multiple ones all across the face of this mountain here. There was a big stag here too last night when we turned up. He didn't stick around for long though. So today we're going to head south from here. We're going to go to Glencore first, and then we'll start making our way south towards London. Not sure exactly how far we'll get today.
It's definitely about a 2-day trip. It's about 12 hours from here non-stop, so
yeah, but the roads are good, so yeah, smooth sailing.
Yep, cool.
It's cool.
Due to the international container shortages, we had to change our shipping method from container to ro-ro. This was less than ideal as anything left on or in your vehicle when shipping ro-ro is susceptible to theft. We now had to empty the Troopy, sort through all our belongings and attempt to take as much on our flight home as possible. After several days in London sorting and packing, having the Troopy cleaned and organising the final freight documentation, we hit the road again with a clean and much lighter Troopy across the channel to Belgium and the port of Zeebrugge.
So we just got here, I was just talking to the guys inside. They asked if the number plates were still on. I said, yeah. He goes, well, you might want to take them off because they might go walkabout. So I just borrowed a screwdriver. Makes me a little bit worried about the little stuff that we've left in the car and how that's going to fare. But he said you don't have to. So you don't have to take them with you. You just need to hide them in the car. So it must just be port personnel. We're quite thrifty.
Weird. That was a bit too fast for. He kind of just like turned up and then took Troop Dog.
He's gone. It's alright, we're going back soon.
Yeah.
It's not going though for another 8 days, so we had to drop it off early because this time of year any shipments into Australia need to be fumigated for brown bug. There's two methods they do it. They either spray it or they put it in a big shed and crank the temp up and bake them. So that's going to happen over the next few days. It was all pretty smooth process apart from having to take the plates off. We just gave them the paperwork and guys came and took it away.
Alright.
No, we needed to find a way to the train station.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for our international travels for now. Thanks for joining us today. Join us in the next episode when the Troopy arrives in Oz and we make our way home. Thanks for watching. See ya!